Hello everyone, this is Xion and welcome to my game guide where we guide you through the basics of the game. Today we're going to be looking at Create a Sim. First thing you want to learn while you're going into Create a Sim is how to get into Create a Sim. From the main screen you can add a whole new game, and if you look here you'll have all the different games, which is pretty much your entire world that you're playing. If you can add a whole new game and it will be separate from all the rest. But if you do that, you will not have Sims with your other Sims. To add Sims to your current world that you are playing, you can just click right here, Create New Household, and that will default to the last one that you saved. Now if you look at our save here, we have My Save Game Auto, and then you have your first save game. The first saved game is the one you want to look at. That's the one that's going to default to. The My Save Game, even if you played a whole different world, it will default to the last one you initialized the save in. So if I created this new household here, it would go to this one that I have labeled here as Anthony. So if you want to create another Sim or another Sim family in a whole new world, which we're going to go here to Design Sims, and we're going to show you how to do that. You don't want to do it from main screen because it will default to the other one. So you're going to want to go ahead and just open up the world you want and go ahead and load that. Now once you get in there, you're going to have a couple different options to create your Sims. As you can see, it's not very simple. You can do household management here, but there isn't the option to create a whole new household. If you want to get a whole bunch of money, you can go ahead and click on one of the ones that are already there and then just edit, add, or remove Sims from the household, and that'll take you to create a Sim, and you can erase the family and put the family you want in there, and you'll end up with all the money that they once had. As you can see, this land grab family, there isn't much left. There's one guy. I don't know where the rest of them went. The other option is you can just click on a lot. So you can pick the lot you first want. Let's say we want this empty hollow sloth lot over here for 5,500. Click on that, and you will have create new household to move in. So we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at things you can do in manage households. As we mentioned, you can edit the family completely. Right here you can transfer Sims between households, so you could take a Sim from one household, throw it into either household. It's a great feature. It's not something I saw in the Sims before. You had to actually do that through gameplay and getting married and moving people in. It's a lot easier. You just click on this button, you move in your family, or you can just click move household onto lot, or you can delete the family completely. But let's go ahead and create a whole new household in this empty lot over here. It's a nice fancy lot. And we're going to go ahead and create a new household to move in. You can also build the house first, see if that's something you wanted to do. They're not going to be rich. Let's go ahead and move them into this itty bitty little guy over here. And we're going to create a new household to move in.
Zombo.
Alright, so once you get into Create a Sim, it's going to default to any random character. If you're not much into creating Sims, you can push this randomize button about 1,000,000 times, and it's going to go through a bunch of different Sims. There's tons and tons of different options, and you can just keep randomizing. If you want to change it to a male, you push male. If you want to change it to a young adult, it's already young adult. By default, you can go to adult or elder, or you can go to a teen or a child here. So here's all your options. You can also change the voice. I'm not sure how big my audio is right now, so let's just check that out. Our audio game options. Alright, so everything's looking fine there. It's not going to be too loud so you guys can hear me. And here you can just... Here you change the tone, so down's going to be a lower voice, up's going to be a higher type voice. And then you can change the kind of tone of the voice as well.
Algorithm and Kira. Garashi, Yabanzasco. Narshko Smiba, huh?
So you can change a lot of different voice types going on there. And I'm really liking this one, so we'll go with that. You can also change the walk style. So if we zoom out a little bit, which you use by using the little roller ball on your mouse, you can zoom in or out quite easily. And you can change all the walk styles. And I'm not going to go through all the walk styles. You can do that once you get into your game. And you can just pick their main walk style. However, their emotions will change their walk style while you're in game. So if you have a perky walk, but they're really depressed, you're not going to get that perky walk. You're going to get a more of a depressed walk. But that's just their default when they're happy or in a normal mood. And right here we can add a sim to edit relationships. Let's say we added another sim, which you do right here, add a sim button with the plus button, and you'll have all your sims lined up at the bottom. And here you can add an alien. You can play with genetics, add sim from the gallery. So if you just don't really want to make your own sim, you just want to pick out one from the gallery, or maybe one you made before, go ahead and click that button. Or you can just add a new sim, which is the bottom button here. Let's say we want to play with genetics. And here you can pretty much create anything that would be related to her. Say it's her child, her sibling, or her parent. Let's say we want to make her parent. There we go. Now it looks like it defaults to elder when you create a parent. And we can push the randomize button again here. But what that's going to do is take some of her features and add them into him so that it's obvious that they're actually related. So let's say we just want to make her a sibling. Cool brother going on there, and you can randomize a brother or a twin. A twin's going to look a lot more like her and have a lot more of her features. As you can see there, he's kind of covered up by that hat. And it looks a lot like her, different hairstyle and whatnot, but if you change the hairstyle to match hers, you will see that they actually look quite a lot the same. He's got some cool green earrings on there. So let's go back to her. And of course, you're going to want to give your sim a name. You might want to do that before, you might want to do that after, it doesn't matter when. Or you can just randomize the name. It will not let you move in the household till you move in the name. So let's go ahead and just randomize a few names, Madeline Perez. Or you could just click on the square there and go ahead and change the name as you please. And finally, on these options button, of course, you can randomize from gallery as well as just randomize, but that'll take some from the gallery rather than just the randomize. The biggest thing that's going to play into the gameplay aspect of the game, if you're more into the gameplay than you are into the design, is the aspirations and traits here. Now click on this first one. You can see here we currently have 10 aspirations available. There may be more in Get Together. I do not have that expansion just yet. I will get that soon. And as you click on them, you have lifetime wishes here that you're going to want to fulfill. Now, lifetime wishes you can change at any time once you're in the game by just going to the lifetime wish option and click on Change Lifetime Wish. And each aspiration is going to have a few different lifetime wishes, except for athletic just has one, which is bodybuilder, wants to be a bodybuilder. There doesn't seem to be any sports option just yet, but I'm sure we'll see that sometime in the future. And you just click on whatever one you want. Say we want to be a nerd brain, and there we go. And this automatically pops up your lifetime aspiration here, or another trait which goes with your lifetime aspiration. So to have a nerd brain, you're going to be a quick learner. And you can change that right here if you want. Let's say we want to go ahead and change that to Master Chef. You're automatically going to have an essence of flavor. Sims with essence of flavor make higher quality food and drinks. And anything in the game is pretty descriptive. It gives you everything you need to know. So if she continues with this Master Chef, she's going to have the ability to make better flavored food and drinks. Now moving on to traits, which is actually separate from the aspiration, but kind of ties in to how the game goes. Say you're going to be a Master Chef, but you go into something that's really against food. Let's say you're a glutton. You end up eating all your food. That might actually turn out pretty good. But say you're a Slav, you end up with a messy kitchen. And there's another one. Where's Foodie at? Foodie right here. These Sims become happy and have fun with eating food. So if you have Foodie, as well as apparently it conflicts with Foodie, because a glutton would eat spoiled food and garbage as well. So I guess the quality of food doesn't really matter when you're a glutton, whereas Foodie, it will. And then, of course, other things that just tie into how you play with other Sims or how they react to other Sims. If you're a good Sim, you're not going to react too poorly to other Sims, even though they may react poorly to you. You can be a kleptomaniac as well. Different traits will give you different things that you can do in the game. Say you're a kleptomaniac, it might give the option to steal some stuff that you wouldn't have had if you had other traits. Or if you're insane, you just might do things that are completely off the wall. Moving on to creating your Sim. Just click on your Sim there, and you first see these sliders that tells you how buff she's going to be, so you can really see the muscle tone in her legs and her arms. Let's get her into a bikini so we can check this out a little bit better. Where's our swimsuits at? Oh, right there, first option. Oh, no, that's everyday. Here we go, swimwear. All right, so Let's see if we can get something. All right. So now, as you can see, we can really see the muscle tone when you put this muscle bar up. And if you go down, the muscles kind of dissipate. She's still kind of skinny. Actually, she's still really skinny right now. So you can still see some muscle tone. But if you add fat on top of that, all of a sudden, you can't see the muscle tone as much. It gets covered by fat. You can still add the muscle, and the muscle will still be there, which actually just boosts how big she looks. But you can't see the muscle tone because of the fat on top of it. So the fat tone will really just cover up how toned the muscles are.
Ooh.
So if you have a lot of muscle but a decent amount of fat, you can still see the muscles, but she's going to be pretty big. To where if you drop the muscle bar down even just a little bit, now you can't see the muscles as much because of the fat. Move that fat bar back down, you can start to see the muscles again. So pretty much like you would in real life. It doesn't matter how much muscle you have if it's covered up by a bunch of fat. So it really is in relationship to it. Getting on to clothing, you can do full body outfits. So let's just go back to where we were. Click on your sim, you have options. So you can click on everyday clothes, clothes that they're going to wear pretty much anytime you see them, unless they're going to work or doing one of the other things. Formal, you can dress in if you're going to have a party or something. Athletic, if you're going to go running or work out. And of course, you can always just do formal clothes or wear clothes at weird times. That's completely all right. You can go swimming and then just walk around in your bikini all day if that's what you want to do. You do have sleepwear, something you're going to change into before you jump into bed. And of course, once you get up, you can keep those clothes on until she changes for something else. Regular party, not like a formal party, so kind of a upbeat type party, maybe with just friends over something. And then of course the swimwear. And each option, let's go back to formal here. You can go with style looks, which are things that the game has put together or the company has put together that you can really go with. As you can see, there's different colors to these style looks. And what it really does is put together all these different options for you. So you have a whole look with a bunch of different things added together. Here you can see the outfit, you can see the necklace, you can see the bracelet that they've added to this, and then you have all different color options to go with that. And you just click on try that style and it's going to throw it right on you. As you can see, it did have lipstick and eyeliner added with it, and even some shoes. And there are different options. As you can see, just go through these. And there's different options, and with each option there's going to be different colors, except for this one. We got a cool Ayla Sakura outfit. I've never even noticed that before, and I don't know where she got that hairdo from. So that's something I didn't even know was available, which is pretty cool. And you can go through those. Now, if you want to put together your own, just go ahead and click on each of the options below here. So after body, let's go to body first. You can change pre-made bodies here, which are going to automatically move those sliders for you. And you can also change the skin tone. If you do have aliens, you can go with blue or green. And then there's really a lot of different human-like skin tones that you can choose from. Some of them are extremely close together, like this one. This one, as you can see, it just barely changes it, but it gives that mood or that skin tone for the type of race you're really trying to go for with your sim. Not that the Sims have any races whatsoever. You can also add tattoos, and as you can see, there's a lot of different tattoos. Some of them do come with game packs or expansions. As you can see, those come from Game to Work, and so did these. I don't see any from game packs here, so you can add just a whole sleeve of tattoos. And there are some for both sides, so you can separate those and add those in. We can add to the back, and we can even add to the chest. So next thing you know, you just have tattoos all over the place. However you'd like to do that. Getting into clothes, these are the 5 options right below the other 2. So you're just going to want to go through those. As you can see, as you click on each option, when you first initially click on it, it'll have all the options available. If you really know what you're going for, say you want a tank top, go to tanks. Or you want a suited jacket or a polo. So you can really narrow down what you're going for and see all the options available. Now once you get to the options, we got our shirt here. It's going to take away the onesie suit because you can't wear that under the shirt. And then you can change the color for each of the different shirts or pants that you might choose. As you can see, there's a lot of different options. Each one's going to have tons and tons of different options. As you hover above it, it does have the bar here showing you all the different options. So say we want this striped one, but we want that one. As you hover above each one, it's going to give you a little thumbnail of what it looks like, so you can just look at it before you change it. If you don't like what you did, go ahead and change it back with this undo button right here, and we're back to our purple shirt. Same thing goes for everything else. If you want full body, that will replace the shirt and give you one full body look. We got our cool Ayla. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but her one suit, that counts as one because it is the same color. It just kind of goes together. Or we can have this awesome dress here for formal wear, say, if we wanted. And getting the shirt, if we want to go back to the shirts, let's get back to our shirt. Let's put one shirt on. We have bottoms. And the same holds true here. You have skirts, you have pants, you have capris, you have pretty much anything you want. You got swimsuit bottoms, which you can even wear for formal wear if you want. Say our formal wear is this shirt. But it will automatically open up this tab for formal wear. It's going to say no results found. Have this formal chosen because you picked formal. As you can see there are bottoms there. If you don't want that on there, just go ahead and push that X button. It's going to open up the underwear section. Here we had swimsuits. And once you do that, we're still in formal. It's going to automatically put formal back in there. And you can pick your swimsuit just like that. All you got to do is just take off the formal tab. And that's pretty much the point of these things, is to kind of push you in the direction of what you want to sleep in, what you want to swim in. But you can always just take that right off and open up all the different options. It says there's no sleep skirts, but we want to sleep in an awesome skirt just like that. So we can go ahead and just click that X and get that option available. There's also accessories and shoes. If you're into the glamour, into looking at all the different things, let's get rid of this option. And you can see all the different shoes here. Or again, you can pinpoint the type of shoe you want and really get down to the nitty gritty as you please. There are color options right here. So you, just like everything else, there's color options. And you got your shoe there. Let's get rid of these bottoms. As you can see, as you hover above it, there's the X button. We're not wearing anything, so we can't take anything off anymore except for our underwear. We get to keep those on. And then you can see those shoes there. Going back to accessories, there are different things you can add. Let's get back to formal wear so we don't have to keep pushing that X tab. That's one downfall of when you're in one of the other tabs, is you have to push X every time you change the option. But here we got a nice cool bracelet. As you can see, there are different sides of the hand, and it shows you by the hand placement. This hand matches the placement of this hand, so that would go on this hand. You can do gloves, you can do rings, leggings, socks. A lot of different options there, and we won't get into it. You can obviously just go and browse while you're doing Create a Sim. Okay, now going into facial features, as you saw as I zoomed in, it pretty much changed everything. It went to detail edit mode, and you can go into that just by clicking that or by zooming in with your wheel on your mouse. Or if you just click out over here, it's going to take you back out to the main screen, and then you start over by clicking on your sim again. Or you can just click on your sim's face and it's going to zoom in automatically to detail edit mode without the wheel on your mouse. Now once you get in here, you pretty much got to toy with it. Just move your mouse around. As you can see, there's not much you can do with the hair by pulling or changing it. But what you can do is click on eyebrow and stretch that out a little bit, move it up, move it down. So unlike Sims 3 where you just had sliders moving things around, you actually move your mouse onto the item and move it as you please. So we want a huge nose, or we want a nice perky nose, or we can move it up, we can move it down. And that's pretty much the option with everything. You got chin, you got cheeks, and you have different parts of the cheeks. You got next to the eye, you got the upper cheek, you got the lower cheek and jaw area, you got the lips. So let's go back to our eyebrows. Now if you double click on eyebrows, it's going to go into even a finer tuned type of edit mode, as you can see there. So it's going to keep the main style we gave it, but just give slightly more detail, as you can see there. Instead of moving the whole nose in this detail edit mode, and it just moves certain parts of the nose. Or we can move the cheek once again, but it's going to move it a lot more subtly in detail edit mode than you would have gotten when you were zoomed out. Now to get out of that, just go ahead and double click on that again. Let's put her nose back the way we had it. And it's going to move you back to your normal mode. As always, you can, once you're in detail edit mode, you can just push exit here, and it's going to pull you back out to the previous mode. So you want to think of 3 different modes is what you're really looking at. You're looking at body mode, you're looking at detail edit mode, and you're looking at extreme detail edit mode. And you will always know by how much you're actually looking at. If you can see the shoulders here, you're in detail edit mode. If you can see the whole body, you're in body mode. And if you can only see the face really close up, then you're in extreme detail edit mode. They consider both detail edit mode, but one's really more detailed than the other. Everything, once you're in the detail edit mode here, is going to focus on the face. Everything you did with the body was before. So you click on face, and as you click on these, you can change the skin tone once again. So say we don't like that, we can always undo it right here, just like you would before. And the skin tone will change the skin tone of the whole body. So you can't have a skin tone for your body and a skin tone for your face. Or you can go into skin details. You can add wrinkles if you want. Say we don't want those wrinkles. You can add little freckles. You can add little moles. You can add facial lines, make them look a little older if you want. So these skin details will play into how the game is played. Some of these skin details may pop up as they become elder. If you go into hair, you can pretty much change your hairstyle, and you can do that anytime just by clicking on the with the dresser at home or the mirror, and it's going to take you pretty much back into Create Sim without changing all the sim completely. Pretty much just their hair and their clothing anytime you want at no cost. And of course you can add a hat, and that's just going to go right on top of whatever hairstyle you chose. As you can see there, there is this awesome one here that we didn't see before, but we are seeing now. It's not showing a game pack, so it must have just been an update. I didn't notice. So we're going to go back to our main look here. Again, you can add accessories. Here's where you add accessories, not for the body, but for the face. You can add earrings. Let's just look at this real quick. You got earrings, you can add glasses, and you can have necklaces. And last but not least, you can have makeup. If you go into a man, so let's go into her brother here, and you go into accessories. As you can see, the makeup option is still available. There is no male or female parts when it comes to makeup and things like that in the Sims. However, the clothing may change a bit, so let's just take a look at that. Alright, so let's go into full body, and as you can see, all of a sudden our dresses are not available, which is unfortunate. They were talking about kind of merging those two together so that you can use anything on anybody. So if you want to make a tranny, that'd be fine. That'd be something you could do. At the moment, it's not available, so we'll see how that plays in to the game. I really enjoy the option of pretty much being able to do anything you want. So I think, yes, skirt should be available for a man. If you're not into it, that's your choice. If you are, that's your choice as well. I'm in the middle somewhere. So that's going to be just about it for Create a Sim. Once you create your family, I don't want her brother. I'm just going to take her because we're going to be using her. Madeline Therese. I'm okay with that name. Madeline Lacey, Madeline Huddleston. Gomez was fine. So if you like the name, you can just go ahead and put it in. So we're going to be Madeline Gomez. That's going to be her name. I didn't really pick her outfit out that much, and I can always just change that later. Once you do that, just go ahead and push play. Click the check to save the household to your library and click play. Let's go ahead and, yes, we're going to be a foodie, so I'm okay with these options. Let's go ahead and look at this real quick. You can always change anything in here at any time. And we are going to be a chef because, as you know, Dining Out is coming out soon as of the posting of this video. Let's go ahead and make her... No, she don't want to be snobby. She does want to be ambitious, though. And we're going to get rid of that klepto. As you can see, the X option is available, just like the clothing. And let's go with perfectionist. All right, so we got a perfectionist foodie who's very ambitious. And in our upcoming series, she is going to be cooking a lot because Dine Now is going to be cooking. She's going to need to make herself a restaurant. So here we have Madeline Gomez. Zoom in, zoom out as you please. That's a beautiful dress. I'm definitely going to have to keep that for formal. I'm not sure about the tattoos. That might be something we're going to have to get rid of. I'm not against tattoos. It's not really my thing though. So let's go ahead and remove all those tattoos, and we might just add, let's say, one sleeve. Or maybe even just a band. So we're going to go ahead and go with the band. That's pretty cool. And we're going to go ahead and push play, and that's going to move you into a household. Go ahead and click that check button to save and play, and that's going to put you in the household or in the world that you initiated her from, or in the default if you did it from the main screen. You can also share her to the gallery if you please. I'm not going to share her now because we don't have all the clothes and everything wanted. You can also share her at any time when you're in changing her clothes or whatnot, so that's still fine. And of course you can randomize a portrait, so you click on that portrait, it's going to change the picture it's taking, and you click save and play. Now that's going to take you right into the world. As you can see, Goma's household is moving, and you already picked the house before you went in to create a sim. You can choose to keep that house furnished, or you can go unfurnished, or you can just bulldoze the whole lot and build your own lot. I usually don't like to build my own lots. If you do like to build your own lot, you can go ahead and get one from the gallery, which I'll go over in one of my other game guides when it comes to building a house. For now, I am going to bulldoze the lot, so we have a new house to bulldoze, and one of my other game guides, and I'm going to go ahead and purchase home. Anyways, that's going to be the overall guide. Extremely basic, but to the point for Create a Sim. I hope this helped you find anything you were looking for. If you were here, you probably were looking for something. If you have any questions, throw them down in the comments. And if there's anything else you'd like to see in one of my other game guides, go ahead and throw that down in the comments as well. As always, thanks for watching and have a fantastic day.